Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Leslie Weidenbender, and we're here at the Indiana State House. I'm with Republican Representative Alan Morrison of Terre Haute. Welcome.
Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Great.
This is your first session. Tell us how things are going.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a learning experience, to say the least. Once you figure out where the bathroom is and where your office is, at least you have a start. But I've really enjoyed it. Really learned a lot about the state of Indiana that I didn't know leading into this. So I've really enjoyed it.
What would you say the biggest challenge is to being new?
The biggest challenge is learning the process. This political process is not one that we inherently know. I've never been in government before. I've never held an elected position. So coming in and learning where to go and who to go to and how to get things done, it takes a while, and I'm still learning. Every day is another new learning experience for me.
Well, you've jumped right in. I know you authored a bill that would have changed the way road funding works, and that part of that got incorporated into the budget. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. Very excited about that. West Central Indiana, our infrastructure isn't crumbling. It has crumbled. And it was very evident from going door to door and talking with community leaders that we need to do something about our road funding. So I'm very excited that in House Bill 1001, the budget, we are adding $250 million per year for road funding. 53% of that goes to state roads, 47% to local. That means so much for our local communities, counties, cities, towns, and that will be a tangible difference that we can see in the short run on how we are building our infrastructure and maintaining it.
One of the things that does is takes money that had been originally intended for roads and has since been diverted for the BMV and some other things. Do you think the public will appreciate the money being spent on roads?
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's important to point out that the BMV and the state police will still be fully funded, just from another set of pockets in the general in the budget. However, this money, which is now going to be used for what it was purposed for, I think is appropriate and a prudent thing to do.
Do you think it's enough, or are you hoping that the Senate finds a way to maybe add a little bit more money?
That's a good question. If it's enough, I'd say it's such a big jump in the budget for road funding right now. I'm comfortable with it. Wouldn't mind to see if over the next few years, if we determine, hey, it's not quite enough to do what we need to do, because if we're going to be the crossroads of America, we better have roads that aren't crumbled. So that might be a process that we'll be able to determine in a few years. You're
also the co-author of legislation that would make some changes to state scholarship programs. Can you talk about why you thought that was necessary?
Sure. Yeah, I work at Rose-Hulman, so I've worked in higher education for the last 12 years, and I know how important it is that we give the kids an opportunity to increase their education at our homegrown, local, state, and private institutions here in Indiana. So when we can give those kids and their families the tools to be able to obtain that education, I think it's very important, and we took a couple steps to, I think, increase that possibility for more families.
I know that it encourages students to graduate in 4 years. Yes. Why is that important?
Well, one, the sooner you get your degree and the sooner you're out of there, the quicker you can start making money. But also, that helps our institutions, our state and private institutions in the long run. The less they're spending on each individual student, the better for that institution.
Well, thank you so much, Representative Morrison, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
I'm Leslie Weidenbender with the StateHouseFile.com and Comcast Newsmakers. Join us again.